Today we're covering fashion and how to use it to affirm one's gender. So, chances are if you're watching this, you haven't had a chance to wear gender-affirming clothing that's feminine. So I'm gonna explain the absolute most basics of basics so you know A, what kind of clothes you might want to buy, and B, how to actually put an outfit together. To start, I'm gonna cover skirts. There's many types of skirts. There's A-line skirts, there's pencil skirts, there's maxi skirts, all sorts of stuff. I like A-line skirts because you're able to raise them a little bit above your hips and give the illusion that your hips are a bit bigger. Using this little trick has become a classic staple for trans girls, cross-dressers, femboys everywhere, as it just makes the hips look rounder, even if we don't have any. So how do we pair a skirt with a nice outfit? Well, for example, I'm wearing a pink skirt with a white blouse. This means that the colors go together nice and smoothly. Usually if you grab black or white and then pair it with a different color, it'll usually look a lot nicer. Because if you were to pair white and white, maybe that'll look a bit weird. If you put black and black, it might also look a bit strange. But even more so if you put red with more red, not ideal. What you can also do is have accessories that go with the color you're going with. So, for example, I have a white headband with a white long sleeve. These are pretty simple. Long sleeve tops are actually not that different from like stuff you might have worn when presenting masks, and when paired with a skirt, they look really nice and feminine. So you might already have some long sleeve tops that will actually work really well with a skirt, so I recommend experimenting. So another thing you can do is stuff like scarves, right? So for example, this scarf is red. And luckily for me, my skirt, it's also red. Yeah! Another quick tip, you might want to add some leggings, stockings, or anything that can go on your legs. These are just, well, they're kind of like really long socks, except they go all the way to your waist. This way, you're actually able to get away with not shaving your legs, because they'll be covered with these, right? But also, they just look really nice as skirts, so if you pair one of these over your outfit, it might just look extra cute. Here's an example. And I'll mention it in this video because when else will I get to? Yeah, I always wear this like little white beret thing. I am obsessed with this thing, so it works really well with most outfits. And when I use it, I make sure that I'm wearing like either white or like maybe pink or red, as I think that just works better with it. An interesting thing you might want to bear in mind when wearing stuff like blouses is that the buttons on blouses that are made for women will be on the opposite side as buttons on shirts intended for men. There was a time in high school where the teachers found a lost student like top. It was a button up, and they didn't know who it belonged to or where to start when searching for the owner, and I was able to go, oh, that's a women's one, because the buttons are on the left side instead of the right. And everyone was like, how did you know that? And I'm like, what can I say?
Simply due to the intuition of a cisgendered man.
Do I still remember how to do this? Oh. Nice. Okay, so how do you approach bras, you might be wondering? Well, you see, the thing with bras is that you can actually just stuff socks in it and it will look like you have breasts. It's a magical thing. All you gotta do is grab some socks and then just kind of roll it. Another thing to factor in would be denim. Denim's just this kind of material. Pro tip, if you're wearing denim on your legs, don't wear denim on your body, okay? Like, you don't want to double denim. It's like sometimes it's in style for some reason. I don't get it, but my recommendation, only one denim per outfit. So it's actually pretty simple. Once you know how to pair an outfit with a skirt, you can more or less do the same with short shorts, right? So with the short shorts, mine are blue, for example. Oh, yeah, as you can see, they're blue. So I gotta be careful with what I pair it with. For example, I wouldn't want to pair it with another blue. Up next, we're going to have a look at shoes. So to do that, we're going to have to look down. But while you're doing that, be sure to hit the funny subscribe button. Alright, let's go. I find getting a nice pair of white sneakers is actually one of the most effective shoes to get when presenting femme, especially if you want to wear cute short shorts. For whatever reason, it's really popular for women to get white sneakers instead of other colors. Usually a lot of men will get black sneakers, however you can do whatever you want. So those white sneakers just now looked really good with the black and the pink here. However, when we swap to a white top, suddenly it looks a lot cuter, don't you agree? The reason for that is because we have a matching color. When we match shoes, we actually want to share a color with our outfit. This will usually make it look better. Unlike our leg wear and our shirt, we actually want our shoes to match a color. So the fact we had a white top, pink skirt, and white sneakers is why that outfit looks so cute. And I'm surprised I don't wear it more, that was adorable. However, if you don't want to wear sneakers, a nice type of shoe that I highly recommend, I'm not sponsored, I'd love to be, but Doc Martens shoes are available in most countries, and I gotta tell you, these things, they're versatile. You can buy them in unisex sizes as they're sold to men, women, everyone. So as a result, you can really easily get one in your size. My shoe size is kind of large, so it came in really clutch for me. So these are great because A, they last forever, like these don't break. And B, they go with basically any outfit ever. Let me show you. Last but not least though, I have something very special. This is very new. I got some high heels recently. I actually didn't own any for the longest time because I was really insecure about being tall. However, I decided that was nonsense and being tall is slay. So, we got these heels here. Here's some examples of some outfits that look pretty good with these kind of Mary Jane pump heels. And that's the video. I hope you enjoyed this little look at fashion and how to get into it. If you see any outfits that you really like, feel free to copy it. That's fine. That's what fashion is. You can be inspired. Go for it. Ultimately, if you find like an outfit that you really liked, try to acquire that so you can wear it over and over and over again. My biggest recommendation would be either short shorts or a skirt paired with a long sleeve that you might already own or a new one. That's my biggest tip to get started. But if you have any questions about anything related to fashion, let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to answer as many as I can. This channel is intended as an educational resource, so don't feel like you're bothering me by asking questions. Please ask questions. I encourage it. I'll answer as many as I can. If you want to see more trans-related content every week, be sure to hit the funny subscribe button, hit the like button, and tell me what you thought of the video, and maybe even what types of videos or tutorials you would like to see. Until then, I'm gonna clean my room. Until next time, stay hydrated and know that you are valid.
This is what I get for recording a video like this. Well, time to clean.
See you next time.